Welcome back to LGW, the Cricket Pulse. This is Loy, and today it's just me alone, folks. I'm holding down the fort as George has got a family emergency, which is he's trying to deal with. And as usual, Will, my dear friend, is in Kerala, and he's currently dealing with a different kind of heat in Kerala. He did send us a picture this morning of a suitcase which is 90% banana chips and 10% clothes. He's packing his bags. He's going to be taking the flight tomorrow. He's got about a day and a half of sun and spicy fish curry before he lands back in the US on Friday. We'll finally have the full trio back for the weekend games. But until then, we've got some absolute drama to unpack. And drama is an understatement. If you weren't watching the game in Delhi tonight, you missed perhaps the game of the season so far. So let's get straight in. Match 12, Arun Jaitley Stadium, Delhi Capitals and Gujarat Titans. What a game. What a game. Absolutely fantastic. DC won the toss and put Gujarat in, probably expecting a little bit of early movement. They got movement, all right, mostly from the ball disappearing into the stands. First innings, absolute batting beauty by the Gujarat Titans. As me and George were saying yesterday, Shubman Gill back in terms of doing what he does best, batting. And I think he was absolute class today. He played a captain's knock, 70 of 45 balls. But the real surprise today was Washington Sundar. What a game, Washington Sundar. And this kind of stamps your credentials as an all-rounder. He was amazing. He smashed 55 of just 32 balls, which was absolutely brilliant. And again, if you look at it, Shubham Gill played a mature innings. He didn't go out all guns blazing. He played a captain's knock. He stayed in there. He weathered the storm, and then he went accelerating the pace when he had to accelerate the pace. But again, before Washington Sundar could come in, we did have our man, Josh Butler. We did speak about Josh Butler yesterday. He was back today. He had an amazing innings. And again, as we say, DC Firozshah Kotla is one of his favorite grounds where he's got a lot of runs. And I think he's just continued that form here in Delhi again. And absolutely, Josh Butler looked his old self, bludgeoning a quick fire 52 of 27 balls. He was absolutely in his elements. And I think with the three batsmen, Shubman Gill, Washington Sundar, and Josh Butler scoring, there was always going to be a big big score on the cards. And that was what happened. GT posted a massive 210 for 4. And boy, oh boy, DC went for a lot of runs. Mukesh Kumar was really good again, taking the informed Sai Sudarshan right at the onset. But I think that didn't stop the flow of runs. Again, he picked up 2 wickets in total, but then went for 55 runs, which is a lot expensive. Lungi Ngidi, in his elements, as always, economical, 24 runs in his 4 overs and an important wicket, which he did take as well. So I think he continues to impress in terms of his bowling. Kuldeep Yadav again did come back and he did get a wicket as well, but again went for 42. So not a lot in terms of bowling for DC, but then overall a brilliant first innings by Gujarat Titans. Now for the second innings. And again, you can't keep one man out of the picture for a long time. He had 2 innings where he couldn't score runs, but then boy oh boy, wasn't he back. And he was back with a blast. KL Rahul scoring 92 of 52 balls. he was a completely different man today and an entirely different planet tonight as well. And he got them. He got them almost there, but he just couldn't finish it. That being said, Patum Nisamka, what a brilliant start again. Uh, beautiful, beautiful 41 runs. He was off the uh, quick off the score off the scoring board. Scored some quick runs, amazing shots, and some of his drives were absolutely beautiful. Siraj's first over, almost went for more than 15 plus runs, and I think Patam Nisanka, he was brilliant. And again, I think you can't keep away players who've always created a name for them. So I think you can't just leave David Miller out. David Miller, again, he played a cameo of an innings in the last. He did come in earlier. He started playing, but then I think he had a finger injury. He had to go out. He was retired hurt. But then when the wickets fell and he had to come back in, he played an absolute beauty of an innings in the last and nearly stole the game in the penultimate over against DC, where he went after Siraj, scoring three massive sixes. I think if anyone could do it, it had to be David Miller. But then it just wasn't that day. When DC looked like they were cruising, Rashid Khan produced a spell for the ages, 3 for 17 in 4 overs, where he removed the dangerous Samir Rizvi. Yes, you heard it right. Samir Rizvi was 160 runs, 10 runs off the orange cap, and he was up for another big innings today. But then getting him off with a peach of the delivery at the very first ball, you beauty, Rashid Khan. You were amazing. And I think, again, Samir Rizvi went for a golden duck. And with him and Tristan Subs gone, he got GT back into the game. So 3 for 17, Rashid Khan, and well deserved man of the match today as well. And what looked like DC's game and a game in their hands with the final over drama, 13 needed of the last over, Prasid Krishna bowling, and they almost had it there, right? Two balls to go, 2 runs to win, and David Miller hits one on his leg side. He doesn't run. They could have taken a run there. They could have made the scores level. The worst thing would have been a super over, right? He denied a single. He wanted to try and score a 6 or a 4 of the last ball or even a 2, but then the final ball by Prasid Krishna, a slow ball bouncer, was a beauty. He missed the shot, and by the time Kuldeep Yadav could get back into the batsman's end, he was run out. Absolute drama. And Butler again, ready for the last ball with one glove off and taking it and directly aiming at the stumps. What a finish to the game. DC losing by 1 run and Gujarat Titans taking their first win under the belt. Uh, amazing win. Again, they needed that, and it was absolute heartbreak for DC. They finished on 209 for 8, but then what a cracker of a game. So if viewers, you've not watched the game today, go back and watch the highlights. It was an absolute cracker of a game and heartbreak again, DC. But then I'm sure you guys are going to bounce back. You got a great squad, and as me and George keep hopping on, I think Akib Nawi not on today as well. They stuck to the same squad, uh, and I think it pays off. Sometimes it doesn't pay off. What was said and done, uh, DC wasn't your day today. And George, if you're listening, I've got one on you today, mate. I got one on you today. So you told DC is going to win this. I told GT. I did call Shubman Gill batting today. I called Josh Butler's innings today. Rahul, again, we both called that. I think we've seen all of them perform today. An absolute cracker of a game. GT with the win. So that's that's today's a review of the game. If you felt there's anything missing from the review, something we've missed off, some important tidbits, do leave us a comment, and I'm sure we can try and improvise the next time around. The next one is the preview, which is tomorrow's game. It is the Battle of the East, if you want to call that as the battle tomorrow, which is KKR versus LSG. Tomorrow is match 15. We head to the iconic Eden Gardens. George says it's not iconic as it used to be, but then I think Eden Gardens has always got its charm. I would still call it iconic. Kolkata Knight Riders are hosting Lucknow Super Giants. KKR is desperate. They haven't won a game. The only point they've kind of grabbed is due to a rain affected game against Punjab Kings. So hopefully they're looking to try and win a game here, unless there's going to be a washout tomorrow as well, which we hope it's not going to happen. Again, in terms of pitch report, it's an absolute batting paradise with a fast outfield. The average first inning score here in 2026 about 82. So it's going to be again a big innings which we're looking at. While the pitch still starts flat, the pitch often slows down, bringing spinners into play. However, again, the Joe factor is going to be something which teams have to watch out for as well. Head to head, LSG have the wood over KKR, leading the rivalry right now 4 games to 2. So again, let's see how things go tomorrow. KKR, in terms of KKR, they're desperate for a win and for a spark, and I think they need their big guns to fire tomorrow. We know Finn Allen is in absolute form. Last game, he fell cheaply and early, but again, the game was washed out, so no big heartbreaks. But I think he is dangerous, and if he can get going in the power play, they are going to be up for a big score. Ankush Raghuvanshi, again, a star in the making, absolutely brilliant 250s. Last game again, he didn't get a chance to play because of the washout, but again, we're hoping that he's going to come back and he's going to score some runs as well. In terms of the bowling unit, I think Blessing Muzirbani, again, uh, is the pick of the bowlers. He's had an amazing start to his IPL career over here. I think he's going to continue from where he's left off. The spin department is being weak again. Sunil Narayan or Varun Chakravarti not stepping up or not giving their usual performances. So we'll have to see how things play out tomorrow. But then I think it'll be a must-win game for KKR to try and get out of this slump. In terms of LSG, they have the momentum on right now. Again, they are riding high with the last game's win. The captain was in the heart of the team in terms of his innings. He came off a brilliant 68 not out in the win against SRH. I know it came down to the last over, but again, I think he was cool, composed, a mature innings. So I think he'll again want to dominate at a ground where he's had success before. Nicholas Pooran, again, he's just due a big knock, and it is coming. I think again, as we were speaking about this earlier, we need to try and get in Pooran in the number 3 slot, which is a perfect slot for him. It gives him time. It gives him the opportunity to try and have a go at the team. So we're hoping uh, Pooran gets a go at number 3 with Mitch Marsh and Aiden Markram starting off on the top. Again, in terms of bowling, I think we just need to see how LSG handles the KKR openers. They would need those early wickets to expose the fragile KKR middle order. And in terms of the proper 11 and who would play a big part is going to be Mohammad Shami again, Prince Yadav, who's had a brilliant few games. So I think we would be looking at again for bowling performances from both those players. And I think again Digvesh Rathi, if he's going to be in the 11, he's always going to try and do something different. So hopefully that's where the bowling unit would come in for LSG. And in terms of what we're going for. I think I still have LSG who's going to try and win this tomorrow. I'm going with LSG tomorrow. I think Pant is in the groove right now, and they've got a good side, which be able to try and get this home. Your bowling looks a little unsettled even right now. So that's the reason why I'm going with LSG for tomorrow. And I'm sure George would have agreed with an LSG win as well. He's not the one to mince words or support KKR. But again, KKR is due for a home win. Hopefully, the crowd can get behind them and the buzz could help them win. But then I think from LGW, I think we're saying it's going to be LSG tomorrow. More importantly, I think we will have Will back in the studio on Friday. He's promised to bring back some authentic Kerala dishes for us, and definitely chips. Though I suspect his bag is mostly full of snacks at the minute with his packing pictures. Anyways, that being said, thank you so much for again watching us tonight. I hope you enjoyed the review and the preview of both the games. Uh, Again, it's just Lloyd today. We're missing George and Will in action. The usual suspects are not here, but then that doesn't stop us from doing what we love doing, which is reviewing the game and talking about cricket. So, safe travels, Will. That's a trust from us today on the Cricket Pulse. We'll catch you tomorrow to see if KKR can turn the season around or it's going to be LSG. Peace out. Good night.